again this week on my channel. It's story time! Once again, I'm taking instructions from 642 things to write about, except I'll be talking. And today's task is to write a story where each sentence starts with consecutive letters of the alphabet. My story also rhymes, because rhyming is fun, and because I accidentally made the first sentence rhyme and then it just seemed a shame to stop. So, are you sitting comfortably? I'm going to have to assume you said yes. Then I'll begin. A long time ago, in a faraway land, lived an odd little man with bells for a hand. Being born this way, he thinks it's quite charming, but others around him find it somewhat alarming. Chiming loudly on his way through the town, he doesn't notice pram pushers who mutter and frown, doesn't think of the babies who are roused from their sleep, nor their parents who suddenly just want to weep. Even his friends will in secret confess that the constant bell ringing can cause distress. For example, when a teen he tried to sneak out of bed, the noise that he'd make would awaken the dead. Getting through school was just one big test, unbearable at worst, a nightmare at best. His teachers despaired as they set silent work. The jingling and jangling drove them berserk. Indeed, from uni he was almost sent packing when students found bells rather distracting. Just recently he was in trouble again, and members of public have had to complain. Kevin, his boss, a compassionate soul, would admit that in hiring him he scored an own goal. Libraries, you see, are no place to work. When your hands won't stop ringing, you look like a jerk. Mostly right now you'd find him at home, not going outside, but staying alone. Now you may think this story is just filled with woe, but the ending's a good one, I promise you so. One wintry day when out for a walk, he overheard people excitedly talk. "Pray look at that ship, it's coming too near, it'll crash on the rocks, a disaster I fear." Quite instinctively, our man raises his arm and the clang of his bell sounds a warning alarm. Realizing danger, the captain alters his course, but our odd little man is filled with remorse. See, he thinks he's in trouble. It's always the same. He doesn't realize that people are cheering his name. The mayor of the town gives a special award, and suddenly our odd little man is adored. Undoubtedly, his action changes his life. He's even found an odd little wife, vivacious and loving and noisy as he. You see, little wifey's a drum for a knee. When they go for a walk, they make an awful loud noise, but nothing compares when along come three boys. Xylophone, trumpet, and tuba, their sons. All three are named for what replaces their thumbs. You see my point as this story comes to an end. No matter your weirdness, you can still find a friend. Zealously seize life in your hand. And if that hand's got bells on, that's even more grand. Hi again, my name's Rebecca and I post a new video every Wednesday. Let me know what you thought of my story in the comments. Unless you thought it was rubbish and you want to say something mean. In that case, it's fine not to leave a comment. You can just think it instead. I'll see you again next week. In the meantime, remember to work hard, laugh harder, and never refuse a hug. Bye-bye!